to the inDmix podcast. It's been a minute.
Yes, sir.
Left y'all for a little bit, but we back. Pandemic hit, all kind of stuff happened, but we are back 2021. Trying to give you these stories on the behind the scenes architects and orchestrators of Houston nightlife and the influences of the city. And today I think it's very important we talk to QUA, Mr. QUA Woods in the building.
Sir.
I appreciate you coming, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Listen,
I appreciate it, man.
I don't know if they know, but it's important to talk to you because I've seen the growth.
Yes.
I've seen how you've been involved in every phase when I was coming up.
I appreciate
it. And I think it's important to have this discussion with you because you've also seen Houston grow from where it's been. But
that's right.
I think your story is unique. Being from where you
from? Dallas. I'm originally from Dallas.
There you go.
I came in the 90s.
Okay.
I came here from in 1996, man.
Gotcha.
And when I came here to Houston, Houston was undeveloped.
Gotcha.
Some of it is a blur. So,
right.
I don't want to make up a story at the beginning, like the Genesis. I don't know what came first,
right.
the chicken or the egg, right?
Right.
And I don't want to name drop too much, but I have to, be influential and discuss the Steve Rogers,
right.
like where he was initially. Maybe not always in the club business side of it. I think he was more so doing like
the hair shows,
stuff,
right?
But he was a figure that was on his way to the
nightlife
right,
side, gotcha.
Right?
So you did get to see that, right?
Yeah.
Steve really is a godfather, for
sure. But when I'm talking about nightlife side of it, I came in as the worker.
Gotcha.
I came in from Dallas, obviously in '96. I was recruited to play football at Texas Southern.
Okay, TSU.
So I was living a double life. That's before you guys came. It was 1 year right before you guys came. I think you came in '97.
Yeah, not '90. I was there '96 actually.
Oh, you
right.
was?
Yeah, but I was rookie though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in '96, I'm true Dallas flip flops, waves to the side, the whole Dallas mantra, the shag, the whole nine, right? So I'm here in Houston, working. I knew how to do events because Hassi and myself had always been the high school guys.
Yeah, so that's important. So the origin of you in nightlife was really with Hassi back in Dallas. Okay.
Yeah. So me and Hassi were doing high school parties.
Okay. But Hassi wasn't here the time you were at TSU.
That's right.
I got you.
Yes.
Okay, so it makes sense.
So Hassi wasn't here. I knew how to do the system semi because we were doing the high school backyard parties.
Got you.
And we were known for doing the high school backyard parties, the Letterman jackets. All you couldn't just see like a backyard full of like the different high school Letterman jackets. You know what I mean? That was the thing. Like everybody
back then.
Right. And so Hassi at the time we were working off the house speaker. I think you had him here on the podcast, right? So
yeah.
We had the house speaker. We had one car 16 speaker.
I remember when that speaker blew out.
Well, before that one, we had the house receiver.
Oh,
so
wow.
We had one CD player, the house receiver, a house speaker, and one car 16 with a CD spin around thing.
On top of that.
And so Hassi would play in between the CD, one CD, the radio, whatever's playing on the radio, and then a record.
Wow, all at the same time. That's trying to give people what they want. And that's how you guys started.
Yes, sir. So, boom, I got recruited to play football. Obviously, I didn't make the grades, so I was moonlighting, trying to make some extra money.
Right.
Obviously TSU wasn't one of those major facilities where universities where you was compensated even for playing football.
Right, even if you were, you didn't get
paid.
paid.
Some money, right?
Right.
So I got back to our roots. So I started promoting, passing out flyers.
Right. So you were passing out flyers. Then I see you as the MC, and at that time it was like you got to get QUA to be the one on the mic.
I was already the MC before Hassi because Hassi wasn't talking as much.
As much. Got you.
Right?
Okay.
But I didn't know I was MC QUA.
Right.
I just thought I was QUA. Hassi did the tattoo on my arm.
I called you MC QUA till today,
because
even with everything you've done.
I was MCing until I seen Wiki Cricket at Jamaica Mexico when I met you, and I was like,
oh, that's what he's doing.
That's what I do. I do what he's doing. Like, so I must be MC.
So you didn't even know. This comes natural to you.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know what your job, so to speak, encompassed.
I didn't know.
And that just came about. Okay.
So
all right.
So now I'm passing out flyers. I'm gonna speed it up because I know.
Right. Yeah.
So at this point, I'm passing out flyers. I'm passing out flyers for different people. I run into Terrence Tubbs.
T-Tubbs. Shout out to T-Tubbs. What up, son?
I wasn't at the Roxy yet, but he had H-Town even back then in the 90s.
Right.
So he gave me the opportunity to do the marketing for H-Town. I passed out some flyers for them. But I still hadn't had my big break because I was just passing out flyers. I was like the postman.
Gotcha.
Right? And I think I was charging like $100 a week. But I was taking 4 or 5 clients. So I would have flyers in each hand. So I was making $400 a week.
So back in the day, y'all are Instagram savvy now, but back in the day, you actually had to go pass flyers.
Absolutely.
You know, flyers was a thing. It was part of your marketing.
That's
you got to hit them parking lots. I did all that,
now, mind
so
you,
I understand.
I was at the mercy of the client, of the person, of the purchaser, the person who paid me. Right. I didn't still have any idea of the logistics that required advertisement, proper advertisement.
Right.
Until I met Vaughn McDaniel, Chief 22.
Vaughn. You see, there's a recurring theme with everybody I'm talking to, how they always reference Vaughn. Vaughn, I need you on the podcast. Little segue,
Yes.
but let's go.
I met Vaughn right here close by where we're doing our podcast right here now at Dave & Buster's.
Okay. Right across
He's
the
the
street.
first person who gave me the club route, the beauty shop and barbershop route.
You got to go here. You got to go here.
On
you gotta
paper.
Go. Wow.
So
Shouts out to Vaughn.
So he gave me it on paper.
That you got to go hit these
as
spots.
a packet.
Right.
And compensation, when normally people would pay me weekly. He gave me my money up
front
in a check.
Right. Wow.
Because he was part-time moonlighting as an HPD officer.
Right. But
So
he was so good at what he did, though. He knew how to.
So I had the Houston Police Credit Union $800 check, cashed it. I'm doing marketing now. I'm loving Mr. Vaughn McDaniel. I'm the streets. I'm not the guy in the suits. I'm the runt.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
Right.
Then I get opportunity from Rexshot Records, but at the same time, I'm only telling them what Vaughn had already prepped to me. Hey, this is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to beauty shops. I'm going to barber shops.
But you didn't have that knowledge until Vaughn gave it to you. Got you.
So
and that became your base.
It became my base.
To solicit the business.
So I went old school copy. I copied Vaughn logo off, put my logo on. That was my new packet.
Listen, this is insightful. I
that
hope
was
y'all
my new
get in
packet.
the game
That was
right
my
now.
new packet. I got the deal with Rex Shop.
Right.
They was paying me $1,000. They had just signed the Universal Record. So I'm now working the Big Mo project, the ESG project, the Tight Eyes, the D Gottis. And at this point now, initially when I came to Houston, my business partners Corey Laney and Edric Laney in Dallas.
You put them on the flyers all the time.
Yes, sir. One was the delivery driver for Pizza Hut, and one was my graphic designer. We were partners. So they came up with the idea to create the mobile advertising vehicle, which was Southwest Mobile Advertising. That's how I was able to take the niche, because we had the outdoor advertising vehicle, the vehicle that you see in Miami.
That you could drive and you could put your stuff on there.
Yes. So that became a part of the package now. So now I'm partners with them. We're doing Bayou Classic. We're working with the Bickerstaff Agency.
Is this the Circle promotion? Is
No,
this the
this
birth
is not,
of
it's
it?
not. This is not Circle until I meet Harvey Harper and Don Bowie, who owns Taste.
Oh,
Those
man.
are my 3 business partners.
Okay.
It was Don Bowie, Harvey Harper, and me. We were Infinity Works. Don Bowie was my partner before he had Taste. Harvey Harper, the brainchild, obviously.
Right.
QUA.
R.I.P. Harvey.
Yes, Lord.
Right.
So it was Infinity Works before it was Circle Promotion.
Okay.
When Don and I and Harvey separated, when it was just me and Harvey, then we created Circle.
Dope. That's crazy, man. Because I remember that vividly. I want to dig into your most successful ventures. You've done a lot. You've done a lot. We're going to talk about the collaborations, but what's your first promotion break? What's the first crack at it? I guess.
Club Simpers. So Club Simpers, it's 3 different owners. Initially I didn't work for regular people in the 90s when I used to call Hasid on the calling card from the dormitory. Wow. I was still playing double life. I was still a freshman, failing, of course, because I wasn't focused in school.
Right.
I was making so money in the nightclub business.
You're like, man, I got to go get it.
Of course. But I know if I flunk this semester, I'll come back. And by then, Hasid will be here, right? And I was prepping and prognosticating, telling everybody, eagerly anticipating his arrival. I would tell everybody that
You're telling him he's coming. When he
he's
comes, we're about to shut it down.
Coming. When he comes, we're going to kill it, right?
All right.
So my first break came freshman year. I get $80,000. I get $80,000 in my bank account to do the marketing for Simpers. At the time, it was owned by Chris Morris, Chancellor Nichols, and James Francis. James Francis played for the Cincinnati Bengals. Chris Morris played for the Utah Jazz, and Chancellor Nichols played for the Rockets. He was a backup player, right?
Right.
At this time, we have a young Moochie Norris, a young Steve Francis, a young Katina Mobley.
So they got a place to go and all. See, I went to Semper's, but I didn't even know who the owner was, nothing. I'm just a patron. So it's good that I'm getting this information from you.
So it's me as the worker and the athletes.
Right.
it's their off season for the NFL. Chris Morris is all, you know
and NBA at the same time.
Yeah,
so that's why Sempers was so popular.
Because they was dumping
By
so
the
much
way,
money.
Sempers is the old, the old Sempers is the Dreams strip club, 2727 Crossview. That was the hottest club back then. Like we don't even want to go
before
there.
Show bought it, we was already in before Chris Dishman.
Dishman, that's the Dishman time I know.
Before them.
Wow, you were marketing for them before them.
So when they came, they was like, "Hey, our guy comes with the deal." Hassi was arriving. That's when.
So when they sold it, you were like, "A guy you got to take care of him, even when we sell it." Right.
Yes,
wow.
Sir. So at this point, we're bringing Shaka Khan, CC Peniston, Gerald Levert. This one, a volume printing, we're out.
Right.
And flyers were $350 just to print.
I remember that.
That wasn't the design. That was just 5,000 flyers, right?
Right.
So at this point, I'm in college. I'm a freshman. I don't know what I'm doing. But these guys gave me $80,000 already, right?
Jesus.
They want to bring Shaka Khan. I said, okay, so we bring Shaka Khan. Then next week we want to bring Gerald Levert. Okay, so now we bring Gerald Levert. So we bring Avant, Chico DeBarge, Faith Evans. I'm talking about back to back.
And this
without
is
proper logistics.
And that time we didn't even have celebrities, so this was like new. This was before Vision
these
was
older
bringing
men,
right?
So they older athletes, professional athletes, seasoned athletes, financially successful and secure athletes. So they were doing it differently.
Right.
My responsibility was only to bring a celebrity that they wanted to enjoy themselves.
Right.
And prepare 100
and they
bottles
paid
of
for
Moet.
it.
And prepare 100 bottles of Moet to pass around for everybody who walked in the club.
This is
so
crazy.
My first break
as
was,
a freshman.
Yes,
I want y'all to
yes,
pay notes of the pressure right now.
Yeah. So as a freshman, boom. So now I'm gonna go faster. So boom, as a freshman, so we run through that. Chris Morris, Chancellor Nichols, everybody that dissipate. Then Show gets it. Show gets it with Tim Bro, a Euro basketball player, and Chris Dishman, who I had already been under his tutelage. Because Floyd Johnson took me under his wing as the runner.
And Floyd and Chris Dishman were right.
And Moses Malone, the Hall of Famer.
The Hall of Famer.
Yes, sir.
Shouts out to Moses Malone, too. Okay.
Yes,
Shouts out to Grey Goose.
Yes, Lord.
By the way.
Salute.
Cheers. Salute, yes, brethren. Yes, for sure. All right, so
I'm going to go real quick. And it's a lot.
Ain't no way we can cover it all, but I love how you remember it. You got the names, you got the timestamps, all of that.
So from now, the new Sempers is Chris Bro, Show, and I'm sorry, Tim Bro and Chris Dishman, right?
Right.
During the same time, they had been doing the Kappa Beach down there
in Galveston.
And that's when I met Kevin Cisse, who was my buddy to this day.
Today. Shouts out to Cisse.
Who does some of the most historic events across the country.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mr. brought Jay-Z in the building.
Yes,
I remember
Lord,
all that. Got Cisse. You need to be on the podcast.
Yes, Lord. So, boom, I'm around all the legends. At this point, I'm not working for regular people. So, at this point now, Tim Bro go. We have the Young Rockets. Now we have the inception of the Comets. So, the Comets come to Sempers as well. I'm the runt guy. Tim Bro Show defined and refined the whole reckless marketing scheme that we initially had.
Right.
Then we go and bring the Puffies and the different talents, but yet it was
I remember Puffy at Sempers. That's a legendary party till today.
Yes, sir. So at this point, Hassi is here. Hassi arrives. Him and I are meeting GT at the front door because he's still not the DJ yet.
Right.
We're meeting DJ Aggravated at the door, waiting to carry their crates in.
Wow.
That was our thing.
Wow.
Even though I'm getting paid, I was like,
we got to break into the DJ part of it. So you're getting money, but you still have the humility to be like, this is our angle. Let's go, GT, I didn't know about all this.
So we would wait. And Aggravated. We would wait. This is old school crates.
We got to go the heavy
eight
joints.
of them. 8, depending on how DJ feeling like he want to, what angle he want to go in this night. It's going to be 8 crates.
Right.
And his equipment.
Right.
So, boom, me and Hassi, we outside waiting.
For the top DJs, and we're like, let's help you out. Don't even carry that. Go on in. We'll carry it for you. Right.
And the Sempers had the stairs.
The stairs, you got to carry it up there. Wow, that is dope. That is insightful stuff right there.
It gets real crazy because at this point, Floyd Johnson is hot. He's doing all the NFL promotions.
Right.
I'm a sophomore now. Hassi and I, we wait to the last minute to get a dorm. So him and I have to stay in the efficiency.
Wow.
So now him and I stay on couch beds. Okay, living double lives. We go to Jamaica, we see you at this point.
Right, this is where I'm going.
You're going off. The guy with the hat.
Right.
Like this. We know the guy with the hat is going to be in there.
Right.
We don't know your name yet, but the guy with the hat is going to be there.
That's crazy.
That picks up the girls, have a good time.
Hilarious.
Boom.
Hey, my wife. Hey, Nas, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That was me back in the day.
So High C and I, we're living a double life. College, sophomores at this point. He's a freshman. We're going to Jamaica. We wait all day. We look Mr. Paul in his eye. He looks at us. He lets us in. He doesn't say hi. He doesn't say anything. We let us in. Fine. We go look A-Ball, MJG, Mean Green.
So this is introduction to nightclubs now. Right.
And we look them in the eye. They don't say nothing. Father Carey, Goldfingers, and Wicked Cricket. They look us in the eye. We get in position. We stayed in the club next to you. Like you're on the floor. We were looking at them.
We dance. Me, Umeme, John. That was our thing.
We're staring at these guys.
Right.
At 1:50, they say the Dallas boys are in the building. Me and Hassi just like, we said our names.
Right. This is the breaking point. You're being recognized now.
So, boom, we get in the car. At this point, I'm riding with Hassi. I don't have a car. That's my buddy. We're best friends. We're riding the same car. Boom.
Right.
He's like, they said our name.
Right. That's motivation. We're doing stuff.
Even
we're
if they
working.
didn't say Hassi or QUA, but he just said our name, right?
How does dynamic duo come about?
The dynamic duo comes about because obviously there's no me without Hassi.
I see. Got you. I love that.
But at the same time, I
pronounce
it. It was destined.
Right.
I met Hassi in high school, and I seen him. He used to play in the band.
Wow.
And I played football. He was on his way to play football a couple of years later, but I was playing football on the team at least.
Right.
And during pep rallies, I would see him. He was the tallest guy on the whole band. And we had a talent show coming up. He was like, "Yo, we have a talent show coming up. You guys want to sign up?" I didn't even ask his permission. I did not know him.
Right.
I had already said me plus 2.
You taking it back.
My 2 was High C in my mind, and my other buddy Ernest Edwards. So one day, second period, I'm going through the hallway. I had yet to approach him to ask him, will he do it, right?
Right.
I had yet to approach him to ask him will he do it, but I seen him walking down the hall. He was the tallest guy walking down the hallway, right?
Right. Approaching.
I walked him to him. I said, "Hey, bro, how you doing? My name is QUA, right? I
love how vivid you remember all this stuff in details. And we're talking like eons ago, but you remember it like it's like yesterday.
And I was like, "Yo, can we do the talent show together?"
Right.
He was like, "Yeah." I was like, he was like,
that's welcoming from and Hassi welcomed you from jump.
Because he was like, "Where you stay?" I said, "I stay on Fordham, my grandma, right?" He said, "I stay on hospital." We sat around the corner.
Right.
I said, "How did we not see
each other?" That's what you mean by destined. It was destined to be.
Yes.
I want to fast forward real quick. So you do Sempers. I know the evolution of QUA really happened to me with Suede Lounge. I don't know if y'all remember Suede Lounge, but again, I'm interviewing you right now because you got these deals. You were getting these deals. People sometimes got positive and negative things to say about QUA, but QUA works.
That's right.
QUA puts in work. So, I see you go get Suede after that. I see you get Martell. I had to remember, everybody's talking about Martell now, but you were Mr. Martell back then.
That's right.
To the point where they rebranded the whole club as Martell.
That's right.
Talk about that a little bit. I may be mistaken, but you've done a lot of things. I think that was one of your most profitable times.
Yeah,
and I want you to talk about that just a little bit.
So when we're talking about Suede, we got Wayne Cole, we got Lunch Money, but we didn't get Suede until Cal Ross. So Corey Laney, Ed Laney, the guys who were doing the mobile advertisement, had met Cal Ross, who's in Washington, D.C., who was working with Mark Barnes and Taz.
Mark Barnes and Taz, right.
The Nextel promotion initiative came about.
I remember that.
D.C., when they're like, "Where you at?" When Boosie was there, when we came to Chirp. So when the Chirp phones came, we had a $150,000 deal that came across the table where I ended up giving 30 phones to influential people in Houston that didn't pay phone bills after that for about 7-8 years.
Nextel paid for this. Yeah, they had
Chad Chisel.
Right, Chad did a major Nextel promotion. Right,
because we gave the account because we needed him because he had the inDmix of the time.
At the time, he had the database at the time.
So on the website to fuse it.
Right.
It wasn't. There's no inDmix.
Oh my, no. Trust me. I pay respects to those who were doing it. Chad was doing it before me.
So he had a site where we can channel the client Nextel to go to.
Right.
And so the Nextel initiative was spread across 7 cities. But I'm gonna speed it up. So now Cal Ross comes. the doctor, a Japanese doctor that owned Suede. At this point, I'm still not proficient in negotiating.
Right.
I get up on the Cal Ross wing. He's not the worker. He's the brain, right?
He's the brain. He sets the deals up.
And so as I come with the grunt work perspective, he does. He's like, why are you working so hard?
You shouldn't be working this hard. This is how you do it.
So he get us Suede. Just to prepare for All-Star Weekend because Katrina had just came. So Louisiana was here. Super Bowl was here. All-Star was here. So he had came early to prepare a space. For
just to accommodate that crowd that was coming. Right.
He was early.
Right. This is how I know Cal Ross is on point.
And he was so fruitful. He didn't stay and say, as I leave, I want my cut.
He said, I'll set it up for you. Take it.
It's
already set up.
So he made the money, though, that year.
That whole time.
Super Bowl,
right.
And All-Star.
After All-Star, he disappeared. And you just took it.
And let me and Wayne and Lunch Money have it.
Right. Okay, guys, I need to kind of explain just a little bit why this is important. Back then, it was Vision, Glow, and Bar.
That's it.
Right? That was all that was downtown. Junior starts doing Toke. La Familia, they do Butterfly Lounge.
Exactly.
So there's a district now in downtown that I still think has not been ever done.
That's before the train.
Right. So when all these busy spots are happening, you look across and QUA as Suede is on Swole. That's how promoters used to check and see who was doing good.
That's right.
Right around at 1:30,
That's
you
right.
see, actually at 10 o'clock, you see what lines were in each club.
That's right.
And downtown was set up to where you could just walk out
That's right.
on Main Street and
That's
you
right.
could see what's happening.
That's right.
You could walk 3 blocks.
That's right.
So that's when I was like, nah, QUA is here, man. QUA is doing this thing.
That's
I would
right.
take pictures of M-Bar. I'm looking off the chain. I'm looking at go to Glow.
That's right.
I'm looking at your spot
That's right.
off the chain. I'll go take pictures for Junior stuff at Butterfly off the chain.
Now keep in mind,
Right.
Junior, La Familia, GMC,
GMC, right.
they're kids.
Right.
At this point, I'm already 20-something.
Right.
At this point, I work for I already have 8 Mile.
You've already worked, right.
I get the opportunity to work with Harvey, and when he discovered Roxy,
Right.
him and Chad, but we were already doing T-Town.
Right.
So Harvey Harper, the circle came because we were already doing T-Town. We had monopolized the market by hiring every DJ that existed.
At that
Mr.
point.
Rogers, High C, LaRose.
LaRose. Shouts out to LaRose.
Remarkable. DJ
Right,
Remarkable.
DJ Remarkable.
And we would pay Powwow to DJ for 30 minutes. We would give him a number
Right.
just to DJ. So what we did was Harvey, the genius, would pay everybody $2,500, $3,000 worth of DJs just so nobody else would have a DJ. Today.
That was Harvey's. He would take all the good DJs. What you gonna do? You can't compete against that. I got all the DJs.
And the live remote.
And the live remote at the same time.
So at this point, Junior and all those guys are kids. So now I'm studying I get into trouble. That's when I started my bad business etiquette because keep in mind, we're talking about the 90s coming here. My mom didn't bring me here. I caught the Greyhound in Houston.
Got you.
I didn't have any proper etiquette of doing business.
Got you.
So I had the improper business etiquette in me. It just came out as competition came because when I started, there was no competition.
Right.
That
But
was
now
just
that
me.
there's competition.
I started
Right.
evolving into the more treacherous QUA.
Right.
Which
Got you.
I don't
I've heard about.
And when they call me,
You know what I like? You're owning up to it.
because
we don't have to do no side
because it
conversations.
was an art of war. I didn't
Right.
do anything intentionally. I wasn't there to rob or steal.
Right.
I was there to make
But
the
now
best
I
deal.
see you coming at me, and I'm got to go at it. However,
I had to prepare the best deal for me and my team.
got you.
The team can't say QUA handled me in some type of way because I don't hurt the team. I'm not intentionally trying to hurt the competitor either or the person that's in partnership with me, right?
Right.
It doesn't mean it's right to try to win, but somebody has to win, somebody has to lose.
Right.
How your perception of me winning and your perception if you took a loss, that's to your own discernment, right?
Right. Your
I've helped
discernment,
a lot
absolutely.
of other people, right?
Right.
Victor Elmo,
I
Keto
think
Gentry.
you've done more collaborations than any promoter. I think you've worked with everyone.
Because I've worked well, and now the current guys. Let's talk about Sway. I'm gonna go all the way fast.
Right.
I'm gonna go to Soho. I'm gonna tell
Run
you.
it.
I'm gonna talk about the real quick.
Talk about all the
All right,
collaborations.
so
Run
let's
it.
talk about Soho. Boom. That's how I started. Boom. Bird, and D-Red, Nike, Mikey, Duke, D-Trey. They're at some spot over there across the street from the Galleria. What is that spot? There used to be. It's a hotel now. It was a 2-story.
Across from the Galleria.
Yeah, on the side street on Sage. Remember?
I can't remember.
You remember it was two level place, right? I'm gonna just get to it.
All right,
anyway,
it don't matter.
I'm driving around. Me and Eric Spivey, I'm driving around looking for a new spot.
Right. Shouts out to Grey Goose.
Because Little Keith is killing it. Mind you, Little Keith,
I'm
going so fast because it's so much.
So much, I know, but we'll try to get as much as we can.
Little Keith was already with me. He was my kid. He was 18 years old. He was already
From Coca Loco, killing it.
Way before that, he was my friend. He was my child. He was my kid. My first baby.
Listen
Madison,
to the history, y'all. You see why I'm talking to Quay. I know you know all these names that he's dropping, but he's worked with all of them.
And when I say my child, I mean like because he was
he started young.
He was a student of the game.
Right.
He was a student of the game, man. Keith is a brilliant genius. He's a genius, right?
Right.
That's why he's dominant in this era right now because he's a genius.
Dominant then, still dominant now.
I was throwing high school parties. Lil Keith was still in high school.
Right.
I had venues. My craft was always the gift of getting this venue.
Right.
I knew the most important because Big Steve and Captain Jack told me never fall in love with four walls. When I came, it was only me, Captain Jack, and Big Steve. There was no other. I'm telling you, there was no Lisa. There was no Steve yet.
Right. Yet.
It was just me, an 18-year-old kid, right?
Right.
So you can understand. I didn't know about everybody else yet.
Right.
Okay, I didn't know not to be friends with Junior Martin and
all of that.
I didn't know how
you gotta study. I'm different. I peep and I see what your strengths are, and
Now here's the thing. What everything I can say. Bird at this point he's 18. No, Bird is 16 years old. Bird.
Right.
I Am Your Pusher.
Yeah.
He's a kid coming to my club. So I used to go to 8 Mile. It's my club. Me and Terrence Tubb, we do it together. Little Kiki's wife, current wife, is our door girl.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Boom. The club is empty. I get out 10 o'clock. It's 300, 400 people in line. I'm walking.
Outside.
Hey, I'm walking up, greeting everybody in the club like some of the most successful promoters do now.
Right.
In 2003, before the hooker.
Right. Before you had that, he got a single too. We'll get to that.
Boom.
Hopefully.
At this point, I do 8 Mile. Pow Wow is the roles reverse. Pow Wow is my street team guy. I used to play Pow Wow.
Wow.
And
that's
Chameleonaire, because Chameleonaire and Pow Wow
Pow
were
Wow
the duo.
together, right.
They were the street team guys. I would pay Pow Wow his fee.
Right.
Chameleonaire
His fee.
His fee. They had just come from passing out flyers.
Are y'all paying attention? I need this clip,
Yes.
Elliot.
So Pow Wow and Chameleonaire, they my street team at this point. Kiati works
You
for
were
me.
the one passing flyers. Now Pow Wow and Chameleon are passing flyers out for you for your events.
Yes,
Got it.
Lord.
Cool.
Boom. T Tubbs and Terrence Tubbs. T Tubbs is Kiati's manager.
Right.
Kiati stays with T Tubbs. Boom. So we create T Tubbs and I create a club called 8 Mile.
8 Mile, right down on West
Of course,
Summer.
we put Kiati in position because he was a battle rapper.
Right.
So we put him in position to be the host. Every week, Friday and Saturday, I'm like, hey, the club is getting real packed real fast for some reason. Not unbeknown to us, Bird, I Am Your Pusher, and the crew kicked a hole in the back of the club. They're flooding in through the back.
They're letting people in through the back. We go in here. That sounds like Bird.
My familiarity,
Bird is
familiarity with Bird is this. Hey, come to me. Stop. You can come through the front door. You and the crew.
Right. You're not even against it. It's like, but y'all ain't got to go through the back. Just come on out to the front. So you just form a collaboration at that point?
No, I paused. He's still a kid. He's 16, 17 years old at this time. I was doing an 18 and up club.
Oh, okay,
Bird goes away. He gets out.
Right.
At this point, I meet Duke in Detroit. I'm already with little Eric Spivey, the young Spivey at the time. The young Travis LeBranch, August Alsina's brother. Him and Spivey are best friends.
Gotcha.
I have Wayne and Keto Gentry. They are my buddies.
Right.
We have age. I go find a spot. Just driving down the street. I find Soho. Look, Keith's dominant at Bamboo at this point.
Yeah, we kill it. I'm with Keith at Bamboo on Friday.
I'm sorry.
I remember that.
I apologize.
It's cool.
I apologize.
But you were so swole and so I had to leave there and go take pics. I remember that vividly.
I put the crew together. Duke, D-Trey, Molly, Bird, Nike Mikey, Steve, Keto Gentry, Wayne Cole, Travis
all the
LeBranch.
heavy hitters till today.
Yes.
This is a collaboration with QUA from back then.
So the QUA of negative can't dispute the QUA of positive, right?
Right.
We all meet. I say the same pitch to everybody. Give me some money. That's what QUA, watch him. He's going to take your money. I'm not going to take your money and do something wrong with it. I'm going to take your money and we're going to win if you trust me, right?
Right.
So the guys all put up money and one girl, Molly.
Right.
14 guys, one girl.
Wow, 14
we
guys.
We put up $65 each to start. Soho.
Wow.
We bring Lyra Galore. She's a kid.
Right.
At this point, she's like 18,
Right.
19. Miracle Watts. We bring a host of celebrities back to back. Why? Because we have to combat, not unbeknown, you,
Bamboo.
Little Keith.
Right. I think it was Lil Keith and Junior were collaborating at that time. I came on after. It was Bamboo had like 4 or 5. Right.
At the point, too late.
Right.
Because the kids, once I discussed to them the system, and they bought into it, and they trusted me. Everybody would split the door.
Right.
I would keep the bar check. Not to squander it, to pay for the next talent.
The next host. Gotcha. But you still had your split from the door as well.
Which was great money.
Right. Now, the door money, I saw that. It was crazy.
Money. It was great money, right?
Right.
So I want to go back a little further. So we do all of that. At this point, Junior Martin, they're separating from their original crew, which was 3 of them, Jonathan, Junior, before Lyndon, before Jacob, the name of the company.
I don't know. Is it La Familia or something else?
La
Okay.
Familia.
I got you.
So
I don't think they ever separated. It's just that there was different visions, and they just, Jonathan and Junior worked. Right.
At this point, I grabbed Junior. This is the evolution of Duke and D. Trey, Mastermind, teach me Facebook. They teach me Instagram. They teach me email blasts.
Right.
As Facebook get old to the kids or the new promoters or the evolution of it, I retained it.
Right.
And then as they teach me how to use email blasts, and they go on to do something else, Instagram ads, I retained the email blast.
Right.
So I still use all the tools that they all say.
No, it might be outdated. Right. You keep the emails, you keep your Facebook ads, you keep your IG ads. I use them all till today because they're people on different platforms.
At this point, Junior don't know how to do nothing. I go pick Junior up.
We're talking smack.
I'm going to go pick my little brother up.
Right.
And we're riding around. We go to Starbucks and we're working and figuring out Facebook together.
Right.
The rapport and the relationship, it extends deep. That's why they were like, why don't QUA get blackballed, right? Because I really had relationships with these people.
Right. With
it's not that
with most of the major influencers in the city.
Exactly.
Right.
And so the thing about it is that I'm not here to do any bad business. And I apologize for anybody I've ever hurt. I want to stand on that on a public platform and say that. Right?
Say that. Right.
Because that was not my intentions.
Right.
But a lack of understanding and proper business etiquette put me in a position that I was reckless.
Right.
And I got so good at being the wrong person that I didn't know how to snap out of it until late.
Until later, right.
And I found a girl, and she changed my life, right?
Congratulations. I see a little one over here. That changes a whole bunch of stuff, right?
And I had other women at the time, but I wasn't right for them.
Right.
I wasn't bringing any justice.
See, now we go into the evolution of QUA as a man. That's good. You know what I mean? We got to grow at some point.
That's right.
Tell me your outlook of nightlife in Houston right now. What do you think? Where are we going? Do you like where we're going? Do you like the new concepts that we have now?
I don't think that we had opportunity to say enough about what it is because it's all jumbled up. I want to say this. I want to say
we're
this.
We're going to have many more.
Yeah.
Are we going to tackle every phase?
Yeah.
You have stories out the wazoo that I know we haven't even gone to.
It's really crazy, right?
Right.
But I want to say this. Like a lot of the young kids, they always say, like you need to get out the way. But when I would pause, they would do nothing, right? When I would pause, they would do nothing.
Right.
And I'm not saying that I'm the godfather and never go up. What I'm saying is like, if me being a pest or a nuisance,
right,
is gonna make you stimulate your own consciousness.
Yes, right.
Then I have to be that.
Then you'll be that. You'll take the responsibility of being that.
I lose a lot of money. I pay you. I pay a lot of things. Just like you call me.
Still bring me deals till today.
Exactly. But I appreciate you accepting the call and take it. Right. Whether the outcome is a failure. Right.
Right.
But it's just frivolous money that I'm putting into the economy. That's what makes Houston different from Dallas and Atlanta, because we have a social economy that's unique.
Right.
There's no way.
I absolutely agree with you on that.
How do we have a meeting in Houston at 2:00 and 50 other human beings are not at a real job.
Right.
We're all at a meeting at 2:00 in the afternoon. How
there's
is
enough
Houston
revenue being generated to where it's a business, bro. It's big business. It really
nightclub
is.
business?
It's big business.
It's all the promoters, and I got into a rut to where I was like, well, I'm gonna retire. But then I got into the stigma. I don't want nobody to see MC QUA at a real job.
Right. Well, this is a job if you take it seriously and you deal with it.
I get it.
And that's what you do.
When you talk about fading away, diversifying your portfolio, doing something
Right.
different, I was stuck in this lifestyle because I can't do anything else this good.
This is what you know. Listen, stick to it.
Understood.
You're great at
Oh,
what you do. Listen, this is part of what the inDmix podcast is about. Watching you, seeing you, pros and cons, good and bad, doesn't matter.
Of course.
Your influence on nightlife is undeniable, okay? Your partnerships, your concepts, your marketing tactics. We got some more insight on how the development of all that happened.
Right.
But I just got to give you your props, bro. Stay at it. There'll be many more episodes of this where we get to talk about
Lord
more
say
stuff.
the same. Lord say the
You know what I'm
same.
saying?
I do want to apologize to all the guys, but I want to say Q Diddy
Hey,
ain't the one.
Hey, I like how you said it. You were like, man, I'm the treacherous QUA. We go at you if you're coming at me, like.
Because I
period.
gotta protect the team.
Right.
You doing it?
Right. But I think naturally everybody protects what they're doing, and that's why when I see some pushback or I see a little rift or beef, say, what did you expect? That was gonna happen. You go after anybody's stuff. Promoters crowd, you go after that.
Yeah.
Expect some pushback.
That's
Nobody's just gonna lie and roll. If they don't push back, they don't even consider you a competitor.
Exactly. The thing about it, I don't wait to get paid. I'm gonna give me some money.
Go get
I'm
the
MC
money.
QUA, but I don't have to be hired.
Right. You create.
I'm gonna go find me a job. I'm gonna
Yes,
create
sir.
me a job.
No doubt,
That's
no
what I
doubt.
mean.
What you got? What are you working on currently as we close out?
In closing, I have a property management company that's just, in the height of COVID, there's a lot of people that's displaced.
Right.
And so what I've done with my wife, or my lady friend and I, soon to be wife, I guess.
Hey, man, congrats on that.
We've created a property management company where we've acquired apartments
Okay.
and different homes, and we make it affordable for people to be able to move in. They have credit issues or criminal backgrounds.
Gotcha.
So we've segued into that, and then we have about 20 Airbnb properties.
Look at you.
Yeah,
Fred
yeah.
put me on that.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Fred is doing well.
That's the way to go right there.
Fred. I put Fred on it, but guess who put me on it? D Sam.
Wow. Shouts out to D Sam. Need you on the podcast too.
D.
That
Sam.
is dope. So you put Fred on, but D Sam puts you on.
I would
right.
call D Sam. He would answer, despite our past
Differences on past, right?
And it wasn't nothing that derogatory, but at the same time, D. Sam didn't have to answer the phone.
Right.
I'm talking about all times of the
That
day.
matters. That
and
matters.
discuss
these
it in
days.
detail.
Right.
It wasn't, what is QUA calling me about?
No, pick up the phone. What's up, bro? Right.
Do this, do that. Cover your taxes.
We're gonna close this out.
Yeah.
Top 4. I'll give you 5. Top 5 promoters you work with in the city. We're gonna close out.
Come on now.
Yeah, hit it.
Of course, I gotta say, Goodfellas.
Goodfellas 1 for sure.
A-Life, of course.
A-Life 2 for
You
sure.
gotta say Steve Rogers and
Gotta
Lisa
put
Rogers.
that
I wanna
in
put them
there
as
for sure,
one.
for sure,
Gotta
for
say
sure.
the Young Dunn, Eric DeWan,
Spivey is killing it right
Yes,
now.
Lord.
On multiple fronts.
Right?
You know what I mean?
And then I
So,
gotta say the legends, man, my brothers. I want to put everybody in one package, but one more other group that I can't be disrespectful to. Dang.
let it come
A
to
few
you.
good men.
There
My
you go.
brothers,
T. White.
my
Shout out
brothers.
to White and
My
Dave.
brothers.
Man,
yeah.
I appreciate you
Yes,
coming,
Lord.
man,
Yes,
sharing
Lord.
your stories.
Yes, Lord.
There'll be many more
Yes, sir.
invites.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is going to be an ongoing dialogue. I want to be able to talk to the influencers in the
I'll
city
shut
at
up
least.
more, son. I think we just can go with different eras, or we need to go to individuals.
Right.
Let's dissect individuals.
Right. If I could do the mirror map of everything we just talked about today, you will see how all the connections go to everybody in nightlife right now, and it's so crazy. But once again, bro, thank you for making time.
No, I appreciate
coming
it, Ken.
through.
Thank you, guys.
We at Palmer Pizza and Kitchen.
Yeah.
Shout out, this is Louise, baby.
Yes, Lord.
His concept right here, great pizza, great
Yes,
food.
Lord.
Shouts out to Mario as well. We're here every weekend, every day. except
Lord.
Mondays. But we're about to start Mondays with Spivey, matter of fact.
Is that right?
So check out Palmer Pizza and Kitchen out here on the Richmond Strip, the Old Barry's.
Yes, Lord.
Shouts out to Grey Goose one more time.
That's lovely.
Shouts out to my producer, Elliot, killing it. You know what I mean?
Trendsetter.
We'll catch y'all on the next episode of the inDmix podcast.
Tape
Salute.
recorded music.
We out.